Rob G, jump in first, because
it's my bike, fool.
There was a story.
Yeah, so NBC Sports Bay Area.
Yes,
they do a weekly blog in the reaction to whatever game just happened. And the reporter or the writer who did this one most recently after they lost to the Green Bay Packers, their second loss in a row, said, hey, should Kyle Shanahan be on the hot seat? And he immediately said, no, that's an overreaction. Things are not going well, yada, yada, yada. But is basically a way for him to fill 3 paragraphs. Somehow, you know how this works in media that we work in. The headline is, should Kyle Shanahan be on the hot seat? Gets picked up by all the various outlets. So much so that Deebo Samuel himself addressed it on his own podcast that came out on Tuesday. Here's how he responded to the idea about Shanahan being on the hot seat.
You can't show me a losing season that he's had since I've been here. First year Super Bowl, second year, COVID hit. Year after that, NFC Championship. Year after that, NFC Championship again. Last year Super Bowl. So it's like, why are you saying he in the hot seat? At the end of the day, we 5-6 right now, but we got like 6-7 games ahead. And at the end of the day, like Kyle is one of the smartest. You like those player coaches that people could ask for.
Yeah, it sounds good until you start looking and undressing and pulling back the onion and looking at his resume. Because you're right. But he's also come and lost some of the biggest postseason games ever. And he was lucky last year that wasn't another one because the Lions demolished him in the first half. That could have been another one at home where they got demolished.
Should have been.
Okay?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about. When he was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons. When they had the Patriots down 28-3, Kyle Shanahan was to blame. You can talk about the head coach, whatever. He was the OC. Julio Jones makes an incredible catch, set up a 1st and 10 at the 22. Kelvin, you're already in field goal range. You're up by 8. All you got to do is run the play clock down, run 3 straight plays, straight up the middle, kick the field goal, you're up by 11. You win the Super Bowl. He's passing the football. Hold, a sack. He's out of field goal range. Tom Brady gets the ball back.
We know
plenty of time. We know what happened. They lose the Super Bowl. His 2 chances in the Super Bowl, up by 10 points both times in the fourth quarter. At one stretch, are you ready? In the 3 games that I'm talking about, Kyle Shanahan's teams were outscored 59-0 after the third quarter. And 3 big-time losses in the NFC, in the Super Bowl with the Falcons, and the 2 Super Bowls. Outscored 59-0. So I get it. Yeah, this year, if you want to look at it, all I'm saying is, at some point, Kyle Shanahan has to cash one of those tickets. Punch one of those tickets. You can keep talking about getting there and all that, and I understand. But some of the losses that he's had, like I said, he got saved last year. Because could you imagine had they lost that?
They
got beat down in the first half.
Yeah.
There would have been a case for him last year. You agree or not that he could have been fired last year after that?
I wholeheartedly disagree. Big time disagree. First of all, that sounds crazy. If I told you the resume that all I do is get you to the NFC Championship or a Super Bowl, that's the guy I want to let go.
That's not all he does, though.
That's literally all he does, except for the sans the COVID season. He gets to the NFC Championship game or a Super Bowl, and like you said, I give you a 10-point lead in the Super Bowl. Now, I want to cash that in, and I'm hoping to cash that in. But another way to cash that in is I got to keep getting there. And if you're telling me with this guy, this team, his brain, his mind, we keep getting there, eventually we're going to get it right. Also, he's 44 years old.
Let me ask you
I ain't
this.
letting this guy go who's only 44 years old.
It's automatic you're going to get there and cash the ticket. Did the Buffalo Bills that went to 4 straight Super Bowls, did they cash their ticket?
No, they didn't cash
How many
the
Super
ticket.
Bowls do they have in Buffalo?
They got none.
Oh, okay. So it's not – you could keep going, but it don't mean you're going to win.
And I'm saying I'm going to keep going.
That's what I thought.
And to use the same logic you're using here, then I got to go get a new quarterback than Lamar Jackson because he keeps getting there. And he keeps getting there. He's winning, but he ain't winning. He's MVP, but he ain't winning.
Is his career over?
And so neither is Kyle Shanahan.
Did Lamar go to 3 big games where he had leads and threw 4 interceptions in the fourth quarter.
He's been in the postseason in big games
got it done. Not in a championship. No, go look in the history of the Super Bowl. You'll be hard-pressed to find teams that give up 10-point leads
what I'm saying
in the fourth
is
quarter.
Those are horrible. I'm not even disagreeing with you.
Even the 28-3 against the Patriots. Did you watch that game?
And I knew they were going to win. Actually,
and guess what? Guess what? Kyle Shanahan ran the ball 4 times in the second half. When you have the lead, what do, Kelvin?
But I'm not arguing. He's got some bad losses, without a doubt. Ain't no doubt about it. He'll sit up here if he was in his third chair right here and tell you that. But I'm not getting rid of that guy if I'm John Lynch, the guy who my team loves, who all we do is win and get to the NFC Championship.
Who they love too. Tony Dungy, oh my God. Tony
Dungy did not have the resume of Kyle Shanahan. He wasn't getting the Super Bowls.
No, but he had a great team, and everybody loved Tony Dungy.
He wasn't getting me the Super Bowls.
They said, enough. We can't do it anymore. We can't win.
Tony Dungy was great. I loved him. I was mad to see him go. Tony Dungy didn't have Kyle Shanahan's at that point when he was let go.
They both didn't win a Super Bowl. What's the difference?
I've been to Super Bowls.
No, but it's about winning.
I've been to one as offensive coordinator.
It's about winning.
And I'm going to win if I keep getting my chance at it. So there's no way I'm letting that go.
So how come Marv Levy didn't win? If you
Marv
keep saying
Levy was
that.
107 years old. If he would have kept going, he'd have had another shot at it.
How come he didn't win? He went to 4 straight Super Bowls.
Marv Levy, and that is why they make documentaries about the Buffalo Bills.
Bud Grant went to 4 Super Bowls with the Minnesota Vikings. Did he win a Super Bowl? Bud Grant went to 4. Did he win? No, he did not. It ain't automatic.
What I'm saying is the only chance I have to win is to keep getting there. And I'm not going to let a guy go who has been every team we come in and we say who's going to be in the Super Bowl. Everyone says the Chiefs and they say the 49ers for like the last 2 to 4 years.
That's just lazy.
It's not just lazy. They us stands for injuries. It makes sense. I understand it. Obviously, I'm a Lions fan. I would love to see the Lions get there, but I understand why people say it. So I'm not letting that guy, and he should go, and he should not be on a hot seat. I'm letting him go for who? For what?
I don't know. Yesterday you said you got to go out and make your own coach or go get your own guy and develop him.
This is the guy. This is literally the definition.
No, you said for who?
I
but
said
you go
this
out and
is
find.
the guy.
No,
he is the example of what I used.
You got to go and get somebody who could put you over the top.
I went and got a young Kyle Shanahan
How long does he get to not win a Super Bowl before this window closes? How long does he get?
He's got at least another 5 to 7 years.
Oh, you crazy. Come on.
5 to 7 years.
5 more years without winning a Super Bowl, and you think he's going to be the coach?
Mike Tomlin ain't won it how long?
But he won, no.
Mike Tomlin ain't won it how long?
He ain't won a playoff game in 8 years, but he won.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you got a guy, if you have a guy who keeps getting you there.
No, it's about winning.
I'm not letting. Now, if you in these 5 years they suck, all of a sudden they're 3-14.
If they don't win a Super Bowl and you start looking and Kyle Shanahan's been there 10 years, and you think that's going to be all right?
I'm not just letting that guy go. No, I'm not letting that guy go.
Crazy.
If I feel like we're absolutely competing and we got to shot at it every year.
It's about winning. Remember, it's always about winning.
And the other thing about this too, it is all about winning. And one thing we often. The little quiet secret nobody likes to talk about in sports. A lot of these owners, sure, they want to win, but quiet is kept. If you keep me in the postseason and I'm getting these extra checks and I'm getting all this money from these home games.
That's nonsense. I don't buy that for 1 second.
You've been covering sports way too long. If you think every one of these organizations in every sport believes they're going to win an NBA title, believes they're going to win a Super Bowl.
They can believe it, but they want to win. Mike Ilitch died in Detroit. Wanting the Tigers to win a World Series. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Okay, and it never got done. They had great teams. They always fell short. They went to the World. They lost. And he was heartbroken that his team never won. Arthur Blank almost had a heart attack on the sideline. He came down during that Patriots Super Bowl. Arthur Blank.
Because he actually saw his life flash before his eyes with that loss. Are you kidding? What I'm saying is every organization – it's not as if, man, we got to win the Super Bowl every single NBA Finals or Stanley Cup.
That's not what I'm saying, but it's about winning.
If I'm saying I'm also winning, you're buying merchandise. We're winning a bunch of games. We got a shot to win every single year.
That's why Andy Reid stayed with the Philadelphia Eagles for his entire career, right? Andy Reid didn't get fired or let go, right? No.
Absolutely he did. At a certain point, they chose to move on.
Why did they move on?
Because he went to 4 straight. I'm not getting rid of Kyle Shanahan right now.
He went to 4 straight NFC champion and went to Super Bowl and 4 straight NFC Championship games, and they still got rid of Andy Reid. You know why? They didn't believe he could get them over the hump.
And I believe Kyle Shanahan could if I'm them. Well, I'm not getting rid of him yet. Why am I getting rid of that guy right now?
He ain't no different from Andy Reid. At some point, or Tony Dungy, or any of these guys, at some point you got to look at him and say, can he get us over the top?
And they clearly believe he can.
And that's why you got to look at Kyle Shanahan.
Ain't no way he's on the hot seat.
And start to say that at some point.
He is on the hot seat more than he on the hot seat. Absolutely, he is not on the hot seat in San Francisco. That is not even a worry. 877-99 on Fox. Where are you? Kyle Shanahan on the hot seat if they don't. Obviously, they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. Should he be on the hot seat or not?
Well, at some point, you got to win. But I'm saying the idea that he's untouchable or he can't get moved or fired or you move on. If you find somebody, if you say to yourself, if we get this other coach, Bill Belichick or somebody else, I'm just giving you, and I believe that Bill could get the necessary thing defensively to stop teams in the fourth quarter and not be outscored 59-0 in 3 big games or have the debacle that he had against the Lions in the first half where you're behind the 8 ball. And Bill Belichick is known for his defense.
Why are you ignoring the second half of that game, by the way?
No, but I'm just trying to
keep ignoring the first half where he had his team. They could have folded.
But I'm trying to tell you.
I would have preferred they folded as a Lions fan.
It was the Lions, so I just figured that they'd make a comeback against them. But I'm just trying to say.
Don't do that. I can't wait till we in New Orleans. Chiefs. We in New Orleans with the Chiefs and the Lions, boy, you're going to have a heart attack.
If no Lions are in New Orleans,
Martin, that man ain't going to make it. If it's Chiefs, Lions, you're going to all of a sudden, hey, man, I can't make it to this. I can't make it to New Orleans. My flight got canceled.
Are you kidding?
Rob G gonna be like, I'm on the same flight as you. It got canceled, Rob. They just didn't tell you.
All right,